What's up, everybody? Gainsby here. Welcome to Guild Wars 2. And I'm going to be talking about, I'm a Necromancer Reaper, one of my favorite looking classes in the game. Actually, it's my favorite class. It's basically the only class I've played, and it's the only class that I'll play for now. I might check out the other ones, but this is Gwendolyn. She's my character, Necromancer Reaper. I'm going to talk with you guys here about some PvP. We're gonna stand around a little bit. Right now we're in the heart of the Mists, which is the PvP arena waiting room, basically. Lots of people here. There always is. Guild Wars 2 is a very lively game. 2019, this date is current on the upload of this video. But in order to not stand around here too long, let's jump right in. Up here, just click on that, play PvP. You got your stuff, right? This is where you can sign up for ranked or unranked battles, whatever. You guys might even know this already. If not, that's what you do. Start with unranked. This is the most important fact about PvP. So right next to it, you click PvP Build. In PvP, it doesn't matter what armor you have on. Everyone is brought up to the maximum. Just have armor on, because if you don't get that armor bonus. It doesn't matter what kind, though. This matters quite a bit. Your amulet, right? You want to have a good amulet equipped. I don't recommend these two. This is just how I roll. And you're welcome to play around with this. Please leave comments below if you know a good build that works for you as a Necromancer Reaper. If not, you're welcome to try this. It'll get you pretty far. The next thing, of course, is your weapons. This matters. The offhand weapon matters. You're constantly switching back and forth between the two. I'm using the greatsword, of course, but I also have the offhand warhorn for the speed boost that you get from it. Helps me get around a little bit faster. I have the game a lot more beautiful probably than I need to have it. During that little intro cutscene action that you saw, I was messing around with the resolution and it may look a little blurry, but now we're all set. So this is PvP, and these are your tips as a Necromancer Reaper. If you want to get started, you're a paper tank, basically. You do good damage when you can, but ultimately you're not going to be putting out high numbers. Let me explain. You're limited to your build here, your specializations. As a Reaper, you have access to the Shroud, which I'll get that started with this skill. Now I'm set up for a vampirism, so I'm a vampire here. This is my build. Actually, as I look at this, I don't think I have that going on. Yes. I'm not geared for vampirism, actually. That's fine. So I would keep, if you're going to use this build, guys, which you're more than welcome to, go with Soul Reaping, Death Magic, and of course Reaper. You can't change this if you want to have the Greatsword. You cannot change this, Reaper's Onslaught. You have to have this, because while you're in the Shroud,
your soul is mine.
You gain ferocity, quickness. Hitting with Life Reap reduces the recharge time of all Shroud skills. And what the Shroud is basically you're like a Grim Reaper. I mean, check it out. I'm going to do this one more time because you get Life Force. This is your Shroud health bar, basically. And as you attack people, this goes up. As they attack you, this goes up. But here it is. Bam! You get this extra bar of health. As you attack, that goes down slower. When it's full, you can kind of stay in there for a long time. But this is what I usually use. The Signet of Vampirism. But I'm not geared for it. My build isn't meant for vampirism right now. It actually requires a whole different... You have to change like Soul Reaping or Death Magic, whichever you choose. But these really, aside from this one, this is your most important one. You can't change this because it makes your shroud literally stronger, and you want that damage output. If you change it, you're going to be sacrificing a lot, too much, and these aren't worth it. It's a drawback. It really is, because you're limited to it. It's not a drawback because it's so awesome that you don't notice. It's just balanced very well this way. So shouts gain reduced recharge. I mean, it's best to have your Soul is Mine for that boost. I don't believe anything else gives you a boost like that. No, absolutely not. So this is the way to go. This is PvP, guys. This is rules for PvP, and a build for you if you want to try Necromancer Reaper. There are other builds out there. You could probably find one better, but I've fine-tuned this. It's pretty darn good. And we'll actually queue up for a ranked battle here. But first I want to talk about one other thing. There is another kind of PvP, which is it's world versus world, or it's open world, player versus player. Let's just take a look at that. When you're in world versus world, you can do battles with other people, and that's where your armor does matter. Your weapons, all of this matters a lot more, because you're not boosted up to the maximum levels that you are when you're like in PvP with the Heart of the Mists. So world versus world we'll be doing a lot of that. We're gonna explore a lot of world versus world here in the next few days, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me for that journey. But for now, to show you this build, look at this. We get abilities. This is world versus world stuff. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. But right now, this is PvP. We're gonna do ranked. We need to get placed. I have 4 games remaining before my placement into player versus player. And when does this end? I just saw that.
You must visit more often.
I think I have to leave the queue. Let's do that. This ends on Monday, August 5th, so we actually have quite a bit of time. We could do a lot of ranked PvP here. The pops will happen frequently. I'm not used to this, so let's talk about the build while we're waiting for a match here. Your Soul is Mine. It gives you health from foes around you and life force. You absorb additional life force from each foe struck. Now remember, life force is your shroud. It's very important. It's extra health and awesome abilities. Signet of Spite. Once again, this is just what I use. It's one heck of a poison effect on a single target. If you're doing a 1 versus 1 battle with someone, this pretty much guarantees your victory, because it just messes them up so much. Weak damage, 574, whatevs. It causes bleed damage, blindness, cripple, so their movement speed is reduced by 50%. They're not going to be running away from you, which is a problem when you just have a great sword. But I'll explain 2 abilities I have that prevent people from running away. Torment, 246 damage, 491 damage if the target is moving. That's kind of a lucky thing there. Vulnerability, 5% incoming damage, 5% incoming condition damage. I virtually use no conditions. I'll talk about that later. Weakness, minus 50% endurance regeneration, 50% fumble, unrestricted, 1,200 range. I don't know what to say, that's just an awesome ability. Only affects one target though, so there are other things available, as you can see. But I'm only going to talk about this because it's so awesome. So, Spectral Walk, create a shadowy tether and become spectral. Consuming conditions for life force. You may return to your initial position by using Spectral Recall, which is just clicking this again. Makes you faster. Also, you gain life force per condition, 4%. Keep in mind I do not use conditions really, so that is not really a factor. I just use it for the stun break and the speed and I guess condition removal. Removes conditions from you. Remember when I said people can run from you? This ability and this one, Grasping Darkness and Spectral Grasp, will pull your target to you with like this. This is like a crazy looking claw, like shadow claws.
Battle awaits.
Let's see if I can show you one. Yeah, awesome stuff. And then of course this is just chilled to the bone. I missed the pop because I was talking. Oh no, actually I didn't miss it. I just didn't choose one. So this is Skyhammer, player versus player, one of my favorite maps. Now PvP guys, it doesn't matter how awesome you are. You can't take on 4 people in Guild Wars 2 at once and survive in player versus player like this. World versus world, maybe, definitely, it's a possibility. Which is the other type of PvP. It's basically the open world PvP, but they're still like giant open world arenas. We'll jump into that. I promise. We're gonna spend some time with Guild Wars 2 here, but we're gonna get placed.
The match starts soon.
We're gonna get these 4 matches done and see where we rank out. I'll probably show quite a bit of this one so you guys can see how this build works, what it's like. I'm gonna get my speed boost ready here with my Warhorn and Locust Swarm, and then I'm gonna switch back.
Hold on to your points.
To
Seize
Greatsword.
theirs.
I'm gonna just follow these guys for now, and we'll probably hop over depending on how well we do.
Point C is yours now.
Getting my butt kicked, and I have left the battle by falling down here. So we're gonna get back up there. Oh, another Reaper right here. All 4 of them were here at B, and our team couldn't hold it. As a paper tank, I'm not going to beat 4 people. So that battle was lost before it even started.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Let's get out of that. That's a mess. If they're all there at Bravo, we need to go somewhere else.
Your soul is mine.
My running ability is not ready, so I don't have a speed boost right now. But look at this, no one's here to protect this. Uh-oh, here's the guy.
Point C is yours now.
Shoot to the bone. Your soul is mine. Not now, not ever.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't this just the most magical build you've ever seen, guys?
Anyone? Help!
So they'll stun you a lot of time where none of your abilities work. If you saw there on the bottom right, my stuff just was like recharging constantly. I couldn't use any
Point
abilities.
A.
It's like it resets the timer. It's
Cores
like,
installed. Charging the laser.
okay, so that right there is the Skyhammer.
Getting serious.
Oh, I wasted that.
Time to do some real damage.
Our team is up here kicking butt.
Point B belongs to you.
We need to get to the Skyhammer. Look at that guy going in for it. Get him out of there. Okay, we got another guy here. 2 now.
Serious.
We're trying. Oh, I was gonna say we're gonna try and hold this point till our team gets here. But they've now acquired Skyhammer. Where is my team here at Skyhammer? They're not here. So this is the... Here's one guy. He's too late though. This is what I mean by... If I've stated that already, Guild Wars 2 is a team... This PvP, all PvPs are team games.
The enemy has point A.
When your team's not doing what they're supposed to, you will lose.
Point C is in enemy hand.
Chill to the bone.
Still have to get much help.
Your soul is mine.
The enemy has taken point B.
Time to do something.
Your soul is mine.
Force installed. Charging the laser.
Use a hand over here.
Looks like our team is complaining about the warrior here, poor guy. That guy beat me because my skills weren't ready. It happens. This doesn't help either.
Skyhammer calibrated to blue.
See this guy? Teamwork, not PvE. That's what it's all about. So we're losing. We're gonna lose this battle.
I could outrun a centaur.
Your soul is mine. I am
Once again, 4 versus 1. I can't win. I don't even know if they're going for Skyhammer anymore or if they're just ganging up on us like terribly. And this is why I get frustrated when I'm drunk and rage quit and get pissed off at PvP. But
The enemy has taken point B.
Time to do something.
Your soul is mine.
alrighty, next battle, Revenge of the Capricorn. This map is similar to Skyhammer, where you need to, but instead of get the Skyhammer, which I wasn't able to really show in the last match, this one you have to ring a bell to get the ships to fire their cannons onto the harbor. Let's get a better team this time. Hopefully not everybody's standing around. These people look... This guy's a PvPer. You can tell by his wings. I have those as well. These people look cool. It looks like some time and energy was put into their costumes. What is she?
The match starts soon.
She's got a sword and shield. I'm not sure what... Not sure what class that is. I haven't learned everything yet. So I've been playing this game on and off for about 2 years now.
Hold on to your points.
It always gets me
There.
coming back. So right away we're going to follow a majority of the
An enemy
team
ship is pulling into the harbor. It's the Capricorn.
to this point. This is where most of the enemies will probably go as well. See those guys up there? We need to get them down, especially her. So I'm going to pull her down.
The bazaar is yours. You've taken the archway.
Ooh, my little grab move missed.
Your soul is mine!
I'm actually going to use these now because they're ranged. The Warhorn and the Axe.
I could outrun a centaur.
Seriously.
The dock's been captured.
Jeez.
Your soul is mine!
I could outrun a centaur.
I'm going to stay on this point to capture it because our team has run
Be
off.
ready to give the signal and return fire once
Okay,
the cannons are
so
loaded.
it's time to go get the bell. Looks like we got a good team this time. Everybody's kind of doing what they're supposed to, at least. And we're just going to wait here at the bell to see who's going to show up. It looks like no one except for our team.
They've taken the bazaar from you.
So this would be the equivalent of us in the last
When it's
game
loaded,
at
ring the
Skyhammer.
bell to
Look at
signal
that
them to
guy. He's
fire.
running towards that point. He should be coming here towards the bell. When placing, you're going to find the worst teams like this.
Blue team, ring the bell.
I
Fire
don't
all cannons.
necessarily... the harbor ships' cannons shoot at the battleships that are out there. I don't necessarily feel good about this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and skip past this battle. We're going to get to ranking up. 3 more battles to go.
You've lost the dock.
Shield to the bow! Your soul is mine! Your soul is mine!
Your team is victorious. control the gate.
Alrighty, guys, talking to an old friend down here. I didn't recognize his name. Sorry, get distracted by the chat. So we've ranked up into silver. Here we go. We can get to gold. It's a little tough at this point. However, the teams should be somewhat decent. Yeah, so we'll definitely keep that going. That's not a bad rating, actually, for like. Oh, we don't want to queue right now. For placing, that's not bad. So keep that in mind with this build. I don't know what to categorize this build as. I don't think it's power. It's definitely not healing or condition. It's more of like a hybrid, like defense Reaper. I would say that you'll spend more time like doing random things and throwing people off with these pulls and pushes and stuff, and this Signet of Spite, and kind of choosing your battles, not necessarily rushing in. I don't think any Necromancer Reaper wants to rush in anyways, but you'll definitely want to be more careful with this build. But it is awesome. As you can see, we have placed into the silver rank. We'll be trying to work our way up to gold, but we'll just have to see how that goes in future episodes. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We have a lot more of these coming up. Yeah. We got a Patreon going, if you guys ever want to Patreon up to that. Link in the description below. And y'all have a great time.